Thanks for coming back to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna go ahead and make my chart for SPY. Let's see. SPY is currently at 442.93. We closed on Friday 443.25. And now we're at 442.94. We're down 34 cents since then. I'm in a shit ton of backing, so 442.94. Give me a second. There we go. Change that to purple. Hold on. There we go. And then entry. Oh, it's gonna start getting a little bit harder again because at least for calls, because like we're about to reach higher highs for the first time in a long time. So now whenever I backtest, I'm gonna have to, or even whenever I make my charts, I'm gonna have to look back in the past at the past charts to see how the future charts may play out. We can play intro price right here. Do you want to wait for it to come all the way down to this bottom wick? Alright, you guys can take profit right here. $441.51. And then coming further down. You see, I want to build a bias already, but I'm not going to. I want to put a draft on this candlestick right here. $441.22. 440.79. Watch out for this candlestick right here. This tiny one right here. 440.92. Alright. And then we may fill this gap all the way down here. Before any of that though, I will put a price target right here. There we go. And then for calls, let's see. And then right here, this red candlestick. Maybe a tiny bit higher. Yeah. So 443.64, I'm sorry. See. If I go back and back test a little. Hold on. Okay, so I'll put entry right here. And then my alerts, 443.64. For calls. And 442. I'll be put in. I think I have it. Let me see. 442 calls, puts. So I have it. And then I don't get in until like 11 o'clock. But sometimes it changes. Sometimes it'll be 12 or 10:30. Just depends how the market moves and how my candlesticks act. But yeah, I'll just be watching it. I'll be right here. And I'll keep you guys updated on what I'm looking at and when I'm getting in. And if it's yeah, just that. Thank you. Okay, so I'm waiting on this candlestick right here. We closed, so the first 30 minutes right here. This green candlestick closed below entry right here. And now, if we close above this entry, so this next candlestick that's working the 30 minutes, if we close above 443.64, then the next candlestick we may have a pullback. And then after that 30 minutes, so I'd say, let's see, this one's 10, 10:30, 10:30, 11, 11:30. We may continue to the upside. So we just broke above. And if this candlestick closes above entry, I'll wait for a pullback. If not, then it'll just continue to the upside, and I'll probably end up waiting for a pullback. If we don't close above this first price target or at this second price target. So, alright, so I see SPY going to the downside because we didn't break above. First candlestick didn't break above. Second candlestick isn't breaking above entry. So first and second candlesticks didn't break above entry. So from what I'm seeing right now, looks like we're going to the downside. But I'll keep on watching and waiting, seeing what happens. Okay, so here most likely, if we close below 442.89, then I believe we will be continuing to the downside. If we don't close below 442.89, we might catch a reversal to the upside. But I'm hoping to get it on puts at 442.89 within the next 15 to 30 minutes. But I'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, I just wanted to say this real quick. The reason why you want to wait for confirmation and, just for the 30-minute to close, the 30-minute candlestick to close if you're on the 30-minute time frame, excuse me, is because, you could obviously hold this out. Say you got in on this middle candle, this little, what is it? I forgot the name of it. It's not negative or positive, it's in between. I forgot the word for it. Neutral. if you got in at this neutral candlestick / wick, which you could have, but I wouldn't have, because if you got in on that neutral candlestick because of this first green candlestick that it didn't come above entry, and you got in on puts on the neutral candlestick waiting for puts. So say you got in right here at 443.48, around there, 0.50. You got in on puts. You would have made profit if you got out at 443, but price was only there for like maybe a minute or two, and then it came back up, and now we're at 443.42. So that's why you just gotta wait for confirmation, and you have to wait for the 30-minute candlesticks to play out if you're on the 30-minute candlesticks. Same thing if you're on the 1 minute, if you're on the 5 minutes, 15, 4 hours. Just shows you that yes, you do need to wait for confirmation. Because this next candlestick, I want to say if we don't cross, like I said, 442.89, we may continue to the upside, but my bias, which I hate having that, right? I mean, we need to fill this gap. Maybe not today, tomorrow, or this week, but sometime in the future. But yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. Remember, guys, we react to the market, not predict it. So right now I'm holding myself back from predicting, so I'm just waiting to react. But also just want to say that real quick. Alright guys, so since the third candlestick, the red one right here, where the dotted lines are, right here, since that candlestick didn't close below 442.89, like I said, it reversed to the upside. And now if this green candlestick closes above entry for calls, if it closes above, let me see, because sometimes it comes back down, but for the most part, sometimes it'll come down, but for the most part, if it closes above entry, you can get in on calls. And also just know that sometimes it'll come back down to around between 442.89 and 443.64. It'll come down between that spot. But so 30 minutes, if it closes above entry, so that's the 30 minutes, it closes. The next 30 minutes, sometimes it'll come between the purple line and the light blue line. And then after that 30 minutes, then the next 30 minutes, it'll continue back up, pass where you entered, and go to the next price target, and so on. So whenever it comes back, like between the purple or bluish line, you can buy more contracts. That way your profit is, larger. Or sometimes whenever it closes above entry, the next 30 minutes will just continue straight to the upside. So that's why I say if it closes above, you can go ahead and buy your contracts. You don't have to right away, but you can. Yeah. Alright guys, so this movement, this red candlestick, since we didn't close below the purple line, you guys could have gotten in on calls to the upside, like I said earlier. And if this candlestick closes above, market is going to close in an hour. It closes today early because tomorrow's July 4th. But I may wait to see if there's a pullback in these next 30 minutes. And if there's not, then it will just continue to go higher. So we may see 444.03 today. Alright guys, so market's about to close. If you guys were in on positions, I would have gotten out of my position at 443.64 because that candlestick didn't close above entry. If you got in right here on this red candlestick, 443.21 after that candlestick closed, and then so basically if you got in at the beginning of this green candlestick, you wrote it all the way up here That's where I would have gotten out. And then if I would have gotten more contracts, I would have left runners, just a few. But I missed that play. And if this candlestick closes above, we may have a small pullback. But market's about to close anyway, so I think I may be done for today. I may wait until 1 just for a little recap. Okay, guys, so I'll just recap it real quick from the red candlestick. I'll go from the very beginning of the day. So the very beginning of the day, this green candlestick right here. Let me just zoom in. Okay, so this green candlestick. Price opened, it went above the purple line, but closed below the light blue line entry. And then the next neutral candlestick, it closed also below entry for calls, but it still closed higher than the first candlestick. From this, I'm basically assuming, okay, now we're gonna have a pullback, and we had a pullback down here. We closed at 443.17. Since we didn't close below the purple line, I said, okay, we're gonna reverse to the upside, and that's what happened. This green candlestick. On this green candlestick, I would have gotten out of my position. Most likely, I would have gotten out of my position since it didn't close above the above entry. But then again, since this red candlestick didn't close below purple for the most part, that means, okay, we're gonna continue to the upside. And that's what we did. Next candlestick, next one, and this one. So this one right here, that green candlestick, you could get in on calls. I wouldn't have. I would have just either held runners from this green candlestick, or if not, took my profit. And then this candlestick, I wouldn't have played it. You could have. This next candlestick, if I still wasn't in my position, on that one, I would have gotten in. I would have waited for a pullback, which is right now what I'm waiting for. But it doesn't look like we're getting that. Maybe we just went higher, so. But that's how I would have played it out today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comment section. And thank you guys for watching. I'll let this roll for about 9 more minutes, and then I'll check out with you guys. Alright guys, so there's market. So the neutral candlestick ended up closing at 443.89. After this candlestick, you can see we did come down. And then post market, we're down right now. So there's that. Alright, now thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comment section. See you guys. Thank you for watching.